Hello guys. Hi.
Afternoon guys, hope you're well. We will take questions in English first and then in Spanish please. If you can raise your hand to let us know that you'd like to ask a question. We'll come to as many of you as we can. Appreciate obviously it's an incredibly busy room when you're holding onto the microphone. We'll start in the middle here with Simon.
Hi Bernardo. Last season when you won everything, people said it's historic, it had only ever been done once before in English football, but yet here you are with the possibility of doing the same again. Are you at all surprised that this group has put itself in a position to do something that clearly has never been done before?
Well, not surprised, no, because this group has proved throughout the years that we're capable of getting to the final month of the season, fighting for all the competitions, and now it's where everything, all the tough things start, because it's not easy. It's not easy, obviously. That's why only two teams won the treble in English football, because it's not easy. But we're very happy to be in a position where we can fight for all of them, knowing that it's not easy. Our opponents are really, really good, but we're there. So we're really happy to be in this position, and it's another big challenge for us. Yeah.
Sorry, where do we go to? Ben?
Hi Bernardo. I just wonder, off the back of the weekend, with the way the results went, you played first, you won convincingly, you've then seen Liverpool and Arsenal drop points in the title race. Does it really feel now like that treble, that league title particularly, is right in your hands, and that this is a team that doesn't give that up very often, does it?
Well, it was obviously a very good weekend for us. We're not going to deny that, because personally I wasn't expecting both teams to drop points. And before, we didn't depend on ourselves, so we had to do our job and wait for them to drop points. And now the situation changed a bit, because we just depend on ourselves. If we do our job properly, we win the Premier League. So yeah, happy with the results in the weekend, not going to deny that. But long way to go. So 2 weeks ago, when we played Arsenal, everything looked like it was gone, and now everything looks like Man City is going to win the Premier League. Maybe in 2 weeks everything will change again. So football, that's why football is so beautiful, because things change so quick, and you need to be really focused game by game. It's not right to start thinking about travels and all these kind of things, because it's not realistic. It's game by game. We have Madrid tomorrow. Then on the weekend we have another tough game against Chelsea in the FA Cup. Then we have the Premier League, and in 1 week we could lose all 3 competitions as well. So we need to be really focused game by game to do our job well, and to extend this hope for 1 more week, maybe 1 more, and then eventually we'll do it again.
Oh.
Hi Bernardo, you obviously beat Real Madrid 4-0 here last season. It's the best performance of the season. How much of that match have you watched back, and how much confidence does that give you, knowing that you could do that to them?
Well, I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch the game back. So I only have the feeling of what we did on the pitch on that day. Two different seasons. It never happens. The same game in football, it never happens again. So I feel Madrid is stronger this season than they were last season. That was my feeling when we played them at the Bernabeu, and for sure they'll want a bit of revenge for that result as well. So it's gonna definitely be a very different game tomorrow.
Right.
Bernardo, tudo bem? I would like to ask you about Kroos and Modric, two of potentially the best midfielders that we've ever seen or lately in football. I would like to ask if they are inspirations for you. What do you take from their game, and what do you think about them nowadays?
Definitely role models and the inspiration for me personally, because they play more or less in a position where I can play. And the consistency, you see, it's not just one or two seasons. they've been doing this for 15 years. Modric even longer, because he's a bit older than Toni Kroos. And after everything they achieved, they keep going, and they're just such an example for all the kids that are starting to play football, to see the way they behave on the pitch, and how important and how collective. They don't think about themselves, they think about the team and the way they play. All the decisions they make, it's all about the team, and that's a big example for everyone that plays the game, and I think it's the way the game should be played.
Bernardo, just going back to the Real game at home last year, it felt like Valverde said over the summer that it was the most difficult stadium he's ever played in, and mentioned the way that you play, but also the supporters. Are you able to just look back on the night as a whole, and how you felt between yourselves and the fans, and what that did for you?
Well, yeah, we had that feeling, and we still have the feeling that at home we're very strong with our people, and it just felt, after what happened the season before, when we were knocked out by Madrid at the Bernabeu, the way that happened, we wanted to put things right in a way for us, and that performance was also a bit of an apology to our fans in a way for what happened the season before, because we knew that we owe them another chance to win the competition, and we finally did it. And yeah, now this season it's a different game for sure. Different teams, they had their signings, we had our signings, and players that left. Different forms, so let's see what's going to happen tomorrow. But we're very confident because we play at home, knowing that we play against the kings of the competition. So we have a lot of respect for Madrid, and we know how tough it's going to be.
Hi Bernardo, I just wanted to ask about Kevin De Bruyne. How did his absence affect your performance in the first leg, and how important is it that he's back for the second leg, and how will that change the way you play?
Well, when Kevin is present, everything is different, because he's one of the best players of our generation. So we're not going to deny that we're better without Kevin than with Kevin. So definitely a big boost for the team to have him back. And yeah, hopefully he's on a good day, because when he's on a good day, it's difficult to stop him.
Go here, please, Sam.
Hi Bernardo, when you look at the season as a whole, and go back to October, November, December, when you were playing well but conceding a lot of goals, not getting the results, but obviously now you've not lost since December, now started scoring a lot of goals, the mentality of Madrid last week to come back from setbacks, how do you explain the kind of ups and downs of this season? Has it been like a tactical development? Is it attitude, mental?
Well, there's always an explanation, of course, but I think it's a mix of very different things. From a team that won the treble to come back, it's on a little bit of a hangover from winning the treble, and to have that hunger again, to go again every 3 days, it's not easy. Also, it was a mix of having a lot of players injured in that time, of having new players arriving to the team, and big players that left. So our captain from last season, for example, Gundogan or Riyad Mahrez, people left, so new players had to adapt, and it's not easy to adapt to a new club. And then I remember it was a time where we had a lot of defenders injured, and we had also Modric suspended, which no one can deny is a very important player for us. Kevin De Bruyne with a long injury. So everything put together, sometimes the team is not perfect. And what our feeling inside the team, and what we agreed and we really wanted to do, was to fight as much as we could, to give ourselves a chance at the end of the season to still fight for all the competitions. Not be 20 points ahead of Arsenal and Liverpool, but to be there with them, to fight. And we're very happy that we could achieve this. And now we can fight for all the 3 competitions, even with the ups and downs that you said, they were true. There was a time in the season when the team was not playing well. We were not controlling the games. The games were very transitional games, which is not the way we like to play. We like to control the tempos. We were conceding a lot of chances, conceding a lot of late goals, which is not normal for our team. But yeah, with the effort of all of us, with a bit of extra from every player, we managed to get better, to be more solid. And as you said, I think since December or something that we haven't lost a football game. So we're happy to get to this part of the season with the chance to still fight for the three most important competitions.
One more in English and then we'll move into Spanish. Jamie?
Hi, Bernardo. Hi. I understand that you take each game at a time and that's the only way you can be. But you could not only win the treble again, it'd be consecutive, 2 years in a row. If that was to happen, you'd probably be the greatest team ever, I would suggest, because it's never been done before. Can that inspire you? I understand you have to, take each game at a time, but can that inspire this team to sort of,
Of course, obviously, inspiration and motivation, because we know how well this team has done in the last. I've been here. This is my 7th season. And we want to create that legacy, and we want to win another Premier League, to do 6 in 7 years, and to do 4 Premier Leagues in a row. And we want to win the Champions League, to win 2 in a row. That only Madrid did once, 3 in a row, but no one else won consecutive Champions League, if I'm not mistaken. And if we can win the 2 trebles in a row, motivation, knowing that it's very, very difficult, because as I said, in 1 week we could be out of all the competitions. But we're fighting. We're fighting for it, and we're going to do everything in our power to each day be a step closer to that goal.
Going to take a couple of questions in Spanish. Any hands?